Unfortunately, you know, it didn't allow me to put the header. You all know how that goes, right? I wanted to give you a little view of downtown Houston, where, you have the train coming and the noise and flux of the city. And put myself in a more, I don't know, just make it more interesting than to just do it at the lodge, right? Well, I tell you, I can't stand, you know. So this is an occult video, okay? It's an occult video, and it has a lot to do with the incoming age of Aquarius. Now, I got some downloads for you. I don't know how you guys are gonna take this. Um, this is gonna cause an uproar, an uproar to the anthropological community, those who are archaeologists, anthropologists, historians. And I have to begin, oh God, this is fierce, okay? This is fierce. It's fierce. It's fierce. It's fierce. I gotta cross my legs and get myself comfortable because this is fierce. I don't even know how I'm going to show this to you. Yeah, I do. I do. I do know. Um, and the universe, the creator, is not going to sway me the wrong way. Downloads are very real. And what they told me is a game changer. A game changer. And it has a lot to do with the extraterrestrials that will be coming here. They're on their way. They're on their way. I can't do this without my lemon drop martini. I can't. I have to, be a little bit, lit. Because there's a part of me that's scared. Scared. And you already know that I'm targeted, right? You already know that. And it'll be like that until my death and the death of my enemies. No, this is a war that's been going on since many, many lifetimes. And in many lifetimes, they succeeded in killing me. I know because I remember. I remember it. Uh, they're not going to do it in this life. Not in this life. But everything we've been taught concerning ancient history is wrong. Completely wrong. It's fierce. When I tell you that it's fierce, it is fucking fierce. I myself was in shock. Oh, I screamed worse than a bitch. I did. I sure did. But then they showed me what was so obvious. The whiskey with the lime and Tabasco helped. I don't have the congestion. You don't hear me cough. Uh huh. It worked beautiful. Wonderful. Let me tell you. Let's begin with Egypt. And number one, these are white archaeologists. And not to, I mean, they don't even have Egyptians. They do, and they follow the academia set up by the whites in determining what went on in Egypt. And they know, because at the Vatican, there's lots of archives, paintings of the real deal that never made it to American museums or even to academic high school, college history books. They kept it out. They kept it out. This is why people like me are born or chosen ones. And I know a lot about Egypt. There's my uncle. I remember my lives there. And I am an authority on it because I was there and I remember. I am a reincarnated pharaoh. Whether people believe it or not. It took me years to believe it until I was shown stuff that left me down to my teeth situation. I'm not gonna mention who the pharaoh was. Born in the 19th, died in the 19th, like me. Ooh! You can't tell me that deep down on a soul level, because God speaks to you on a soul level, and you know. You know. You don't know why you know, but you know. And I know. I know. First of all, let's begin by saying that archaeologists and Egyptologists predate Egypt and the great empire of Cheops, the three pyramids, 5,000 years, 6,000 years. Even when I learned this in school, I said to myself, uh-uh. I don't know who these Egyptologists are, these archaeologists are, but they're completely wrong with the timeline. The Great Pyramids of Egypt and the Sphinx happened 26,000 years ago, not 5,000, 26. That number should be familiar to you. That number should be familiar to you. Every 26,000 years, we will return to the same age and epoch from 26,000 years before. The age of the Sphinx occurred in the Aquarian age 26,000 years ago. We're going around the wheel once again to Aquarius. But what I tell you, what did Uncle Fernando tell you? That the expression of the age, hey beautiful, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. She does my, she cooks my healthy foods, spinach, broccoli, asparagus. She's very, very good. Um, the Sphinx is not a enigma. It is not a puzzle. No. No, no. The Sphinx is a lion. And what's the opposite of Aquarius? Leo, the lion. The expression of any age will be through its polarity point. Like Jesus, the God of the fishes, the opposite polarity is Virgo, the woman, the Madonna, Mother Teresa, and all woman figures. The Pope has a staff with a woman in it. That's not by accident. That's not by accident. The stars that the Washington Monument in D.C. points towards is Virgo. Is that a coincidence? It's not. So, the Sphinx, and get this because this is a kicker. Ooh, this is going to cause great controversy. But, believe it or not, it's in the Bible. It's there. It's there. In the book of Revelation, now I told you the story. It's in the Bible. Something heads our way. This spacecraft, and it crashes against the moon, breaking the moon in half. Half the moon falls to the earth. And so does the spaceship, creating a dark hole. The word crater did not exist in the vocabulary. And a large smoke came out of the ground. Well, of course, the Earth has been impacted by a planetary lunar surface that has fallen to the Earth, along with the ship. And in it come out these beings that look and sound like locusts. The Bible describes it in detail. And it tells you how they look like. I've told you how they look like. Their sound is like 1,000 locusts. Completely populated. I'm doing a video. People completely populating the sky. They have wings, or what appears to be wings, making these sound. The Sphinx looks exactly like that. It mentions how they look like. They got the hair, the mane, and they got the teeth of the lion. It's in the Bible. It describes it in detail. And if you look at the Sphinx, it looks exactly like these beings that are coming. The Sphinx is not a symbolic representation of any puzzle or riddle, and it may have evolved to that. It may have evolved to that, but that's not the original representation of the Sphinx. The Sphinx was a being that took charge of the planet and established its monarch. And they came from Orion, which explains the 3 pyramids aligning Orion's belt. So these beings are going to come from these star systems, and they look like the Sphinx. The lion body of the Sphinx is the symbol of the opposite polarity, or the polarity point of Aquarius, which is Leo, the lion. Like it says in the Bible, I came as the lamb, and I shall return as the lion. Guys, put it together. Put it together. Put it together. This is not Uncle Fernando making shit up or crazy, delusional. The evidence is there, and they know about it. I'm not talking about the archaeologists, anthropologists, historians, Egyptologists, pop, pop, pop. I'm talking about the high elite. They know this. They know that they're coming back. There's a passage in the Bible where one of these beings is talking to a human, saying, I will not always walk with you. We shall leave and one day return. Well, it's been 26,000 years and they're coming back. God destroyed the earth with water, which is Pisces, the deluge. But this time he will destroy it by fire, which is Leo, Aries, Sag energy. What do you guys think? It's deep. It's deep. Real deep. And it's about to get deeper. And you know what's so funny? I tried to go back 26,000 years in history. Do you know that it's almost impossible to do so? It's like there's no record. Like there's no record. There's got to be a record of society 26,000 years ago and what took place. And there is Book of Genesis. The Book of Enoch also goes into detail about what occurred during that age, 26,000 years ago. Detail. But this was taken away by the church, along with the Gnostics and the Apocrypha, because they felt that humans, remember, humanity was very nascent and very innocent. They didn't feel that it was important to know this. I mean, people didn't read or write that day, and they lived in huts and tents. Their concern was what were they going to eat, let alone learn about ancient knowledge. But those who enslaved humanity, because the slave industry or the slave trade did not just appear out of nowhere. These beings brought their slaves with them. And you know who they were? The giants. And they were the ones that built the pyramids. Oh, it's deep. It's deep, it's deep, it's deep, it's deep. And it's about to get deeper. But first, let me have a little sip of this lovely lemon drop martini. Mm-hmm. Always good. Always good. So, if you read Genesis, and for some of you, it'll take you months to read it. So, the book of Genesis alone, for me, took at least 8-9 years to read it fully and understand its language, then and now. And then read successive translations of it. And you can tell that as the times and ages evolve, a lot of the information has also been changed, modified, watered down, reduced. But if you stick to the ancient texts, the truth is there. It's there. Oh, it's there. The thing is that, again, humanity 26,000 years ago was very nascent, innocent, basic. The only concerns for living was food and shelter and sex. Those were the basic concerns of humanity then. So when these beings came out of nowhere, like in Ezekiel, Jeremiah, you know, and they didn't know Jacob's ladder, where you saw archons descending and some of them going up this cloud, this ladder, which was really a ship. They didn't understand what they were seeing. They didn't understand. They didn't have the vocabulary to understand what they were seeing. Nothing has changed today. Nothing has changed. This is not a long video, but I'm letting you know that when the Lord cometh, He's going to reestablish the monarch like it existed 26,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. Guys, please donate, please give, so we can continue to have these videos. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. It was like, woo, for me to deliver this for you. I just don't know how many of you are going to take this. But the Sphinx looks exactly like these beings. Exactly. It's like having the Washington Monument, and you got the 4 presidents in the Washington Monument, and let's say aliens come and they look at those 4 presidents. They're not going to say, oh, what a beautiful adornment. No, they're going to know that these beings, these founding fathers, carved out of the rock in Mount Rushmore, are actual human beings who have been deified in Mount Rushmore. It's no different than the Sphinx in Egypt, where this being came, took over, and established its monarch. The Lord of the Rings, especially the sequel, really tells you what took place in that time. Oh, and J.R.R. Tolkien is a Virgo like me. We are the record keepers of the earth, the timekeepers. We know what took place here long time ago. Guys, thank you so much. I hope this helps somebody.